Hello, everybody. Here we are on Passive 360. Yes, sir, Bob. I want to welcome everybody and thank you very much. We are on the Top Dot Live if you want to find us on YouTube. So it goes to random 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 channels. So we're out there somewhere. But anyway, thank you for coming. A little bit of what's been going on for me and Chris. As you know, we've been doing Shine the Light. Today we had Susie McRae, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. A lot of them are really unbelievable. We're having Bone Crusher Smith sometime soon, who was the heavyweight champion of the world. He first won to what, go 12 rounds, right, Chris, with Mike
Yeah,
Tyson?
he's our very first celebrity in ONPASSIVE, actually.
Yeah, yeah. He's who knew him?
Vernon
Vernon Hale. Vernon Hale. Yeah. Anyway, thanks everybody that's been taking part in Shine the Light. By the way, because it's a lot of fun. We can't wait for Connect to get back because we can do a bigger group.
Yeah.
And because that's a lot more fun. People can bring friends in. Like if you're everybody kind of teams up, right? It's natural, and you can bring your whole team in, which works out pretty well. So we got some people lined up already, and then we're doing one-on-ones throughout the week if we can. As you can see, Chris is not home. He's up north of where he lives, bothering somebody.
Different painting behind me. See,
Different pairs, yeah.
Not apples, pears.
Yeah, pairs. But anyway, I'm going to turn it over to Red. I'll be back on. We got 3,500 people already. That was quick. And here's Redfern.
Redfern. There you go. Thanks very much, Marty. Hello, Chris. Good to see you. Nice and relaxed, actually. You're obviously enjoying your vacay up wherever it is up there. Got a bit of a tan as well going on there. Very good. You enjoy yourself. Okay, let's try my hardest to do a bit of a week in review for you. Obviously, not having our OES and O founders makes life a little bit harder, but there is always something going on behind the scenes. We had this reconfirmation as well, didn't we, from our CEO last Wednesday when we saw him. He reiterated what we've all been saying, that just because we're not seeing from our point of view, looking at ONPASSIVE from a user's point of view does not mean to say that things aren't happening behind the scenes. So let's take you all the way back then to last Wednesday, the 3rd of July. And we had 360 once again, and our CEO came on to update us with how things were progressing as far as the migration, etc. Myself and Marty did a recap the next day for those of you who missed 360 or wanted a bit more clarification about what our CEO was saying. And that is on our channels, on our YouTube channels, if you want to go and check that out. I also want to thank again our quartet for letting us have the notes. Now, for those of you saying, well, we haven't had these notes, where are they? How can we get them? Quite frankly, we did not want to put them outside of the ONPASSIVE area. They normally only go in the O founders back office, so it is for founders only, even though we subsequently listen to them, read them, and then we put them into our own language and do our live recaps from them. What we didn't want to do is to put that written form out there on the internet, and so expect the same will be happening after today for tomorrow, etc. So please don't ask where the notes are, because until we get our O finders back, then they won't be posted out in public anywhere else. So, like I said, Ash came on Wednesday. Thursday was not only did we do a recap, but it was also the 4th of July. Obviously, Independence Day from the UK, and George the 2nd or 3rd, I think it was, in 1764, I believe. So congratulations to you guys. I hope you had some good barbecues and fireworks and festivities and enjoyed yourselves immensely. Fair play to UK. We have given so many countries their independence and a reason to have a party. So at least we've done something right over the years. So that's pretty good news to be able to give all these countries a good one day a year. What else happened then? We also had a bit of an update on our onpassive.com website. For those of you who are eagle-eyed, you would have noticed that a couple of the tabs at the top of onpassive.com have been missing, namely the careers tab and the blog tab. They've been taken away. Now people are saying, well, why they've been taken away? I like to see those and see what was going on. Part of this migration that we're on about, remember what our CEO said? He said that we are obviously spending an awful lot of money with AWS services, which is Amazon, and we want to try and reduce that cost. And obviously, the more tabs and web pages that we have data on AWS services, the more money it costs our company. And whilst this migration is going on, there's no need to have those in there at the moment, but I'm sure once we get back going again, all those tabs that we used to be seeing on onpassive.com will be coming back down as well. Also, another thing as well, have you noticed on onpassive.com, and this came about on Friday, the 5th, is that the page down, okay, normally on that very first front page, you should be able to scroll up and down and maybe have 2 or 3 other pages. Now there's just one single page, and you navigate the rest of what you're seeing via the tabs at the top or the little button to the right hand side. Okay, so that's just for your information on that as well. So Saturday the 6th then, what happened over the weekend? In fact, it was a very busy weekend in OnPassive for various reasons. First one was there was a very short interview with one of our founders and our COO, Mohammed Kamal, in Dubai. Him and another founder managed to get a meeting with Mohammed Kamal, and he really did give us a few bits of very interesting bits and pieces of information. Very short, very sweet, but very interesting nonetheless. Again, if you want to listen to what he has to say in his entirety, then guys, it's on most of our websites. So please just pick one of the YouTube channels and you will be able to see it there. Also, late Friday night into Saturday morning, depending where you are located in the globe, our CEO joined OTech Pros on their channel, and it was really, really interesting. Not only did the OTech Pro guys do a fantastic job, along with engineer Mike as well, he was on there. It really was a very interesting, informative meeting with our CEO. Why? Because he approached what is happening from a different angle. He said this right at the beginning. Let me give you this on a different way. One of the very interesting parts for me that came out of that was him explaining about the migration, that it's mainly back end for the back end of OnPassive rather than the front end. The technical term is the workings of OnPassive as far as the data, etc., that make everything that we see work. That's there. It's getting migrated so that it can cope with what we are expecting to happen in OnPassive. Has to be done now before the influx. If you remember, again, information from our CEO over the last 6 months to a year, he told us that we now have 3 million users within the ecosystem. That happened very, very quickly and really without trying very hard. Now, when we get going again, we need to double, triple, quadruple that capacity because of the influx of people that are going to come into OnPassive just from maybe a very short period of time of advertising, you know, I would not be surprised if we get up to the 10 million mark almost within a couple of months. And we need to make sure that whatever products, services, and data that we're using needs to be able to cope with all these people coming in. So that was very informative, all that information that we got from us, plus a lot more as well. Again, you're there and you can read, listen all about it. Sunday then, what happened on Sunday? We had another interview with all of our Indian brothers and Mohammed Kamal. Really, really, really good information. It was on for about an hour or so. They were asking very good questions, our Indian leaders over there, and it is certainly worth going and have a listening to. That was on Sunday. I've listened to it now twice. Many of you have listened to it more than twice to get the information from Mohammed Kamal of how things are progressing. And he gave us a really big insight, didn't he, to what how this process is going, the people who are working in the background, the IT guys, how things are evolving and what to expect when we get going. But he kept on reiterating, we're refining, we're getting better at everything we're doing. Being part of ONPASSIVE is such an important thing, and they're working for us and all that. It really was a very good interview. On Monday then, nothing happened on Monday, and on Tuesday we had a message through Marty and the rest of us here from our CEO asking us for what, in our view, what we would like to see for the first 3 products coming out when everything gets back going again. I'm happy to report that they've now got enough information. Okay, guys, so please don't send any more in. You've all done an amazing job. Close to 7,000 just to me alone without anybody else. But one thing it really did show to me was how many of you are engaged in what is happening in ONPASSIVE. You know, that is a big number of people who took the time to write an email with their selection of what they wanted and the reasons behind it. All this information has been fed back to the corporate, and now that they got a really good idea of what we think. And I thought it really was a breath of fresh air for a CEO of a company to want to know our views and what we thought as far as these products are concerned. And here we are on Wednesday, and I shall recap what's been happening today next week. That's it from me. Back to Chris, I think.
Didn't you say you wanted those to keep coming, Ray?
No.
Oh, no. No, I'm just kidding you. I want to thank Julie Wen also. To be honest, I was kind of off that day, so luckily I only got 3 emails. It was very nice. But Julie Wen, appreciate your help for that too. Red and Marty also. Like Red said, a lot of people paid attention, plugged in, and that was just off the 2 lives that Red and Marty did. So that was very, very good. And I suggest anyone to watch our lives on a daily basis, even shining the light, because you never know, we might have something, and we're always going to put it out here. I want to wish Karina Lance a happy birthday. And there's a couple other birthdays out there. Happy birthday to you. There's a long list today. I know Karina very well. There's a Julian, her birthday is today, but I do want to say some special prayers today. Since we have this many people on here, I'm not sure. I don't know if it's over 5,000, but please keep in your prayers Miss Robin Noble, Rob Gorman, Peter Rogers, and Tony Monk. They all have things going on in their families right now. If you can, shoot them a nice message, encouraging, and I guarantee they would absolutely love that. So keep them in your prayers. I don't have a lot today, but I know that up here, it's not really a vacation, but it is. I'm. It's the most relaxing spot I'm in, and my mind is so relaxed that I keep forgetting to think a little bit here. But it's the whole idea of this is I sit on a deck, I look at a lake, and I start thinking what my life would be like if it was always like that. Somewhere that I want to be, just enjoying myself, watching other people enjoy themselves. Uh, my son was talking to me this morning, and he said, "Dad, have no fear." I said, uh, "No fear to me is to be able to get in that RV and drive forever and never have to worry about putting gas in that tank. Just go, go, go." And a lot of this, I like saying the freedom of a passive, what it's going to give us. Uh, it's taken a lot of dedicated hard work from Mr. Mafara, his family, and his team. And I have nothing but 100% respect for that. All of us do, of what they're doing, because there's nobody in my life that's worked as hard for me. Uh, and I think everyone should think about that a little bit. Why I'm up here vacationing it or whatever you want to call it, that guy is working his tail end off, and he's going, going, going. Business as usual, moving forward. We don't see everything. And when Ash comes on, he has something new. I'm sure he's going to tell us. But the thing is knowing that we can all sit back and relax, and this is for everyone right now. No matter what you're going through, sit back and relax and watch this happen. Watch this unfold. Many of you have seen this for years, and like I said, I'm excited about it. And I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to sing in this guy right here. I call my brother, and it's "You got a friend indeed. You got a friend indeed." Ladies and gentlemen, my brother, your brother, our friend, Ash Mafara, who's coughing still. Ash Mafara, it's all
Hello,
you.
hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you.
Absolutely loud and clear.
Happy birthday, Karina Lanz, and our prayers to Rob Gorman, Robin Noble, and you said the third one was
Peter Rogers
Peter
and Tony
Peter
Monk.
Rogers in UK, and Tony Monks.
Tony Montclair.
Uh, yeah, it it will get better. There are good days, there are bad days in life. I hope you're doing okay today. A while ago, I said we probably have the worst in this journey behind us. I was wrong. So things continue to uh, pile in challenges. Sorry if it's my background or are you good? Okay, perfect. So yeah, so things actually there was another level of intensity and challenges, and I'm very very grateful for that. That put the pressure for us to navigate, you know, I would say more stable and sustainable solutions for the long term. So we went through some different exercises, and I'm happy that happened. So we could be on one side experiencing at the moment some of the most challenges times in our journey so far. On the light side, I want to remind you about the attitude. As long as you are determined and you have a good will and intention, and you want to do the right things, even if it sounds hard, you're always going to be blessed by the guidance of God to go to probably a better direction than you think, because we're human and we're limited in our ability. Uh, but our Creator has a broader vision, and I am at ease for whatever selection he chose for us. Either way is going to be better. I know that because sometimes it's good to hit rock bottom, like really to hit the harder you hit the bottom, the bigger you bounce back and you launch higher and higher. So we have to be respectful to your intelligence, to the transparency that we always advocate here. We are in going through some challenges in different areas in the business. That is true, but it doesn't mean in any way it's ending us or it's finishing the business. So keep in mind that it's good this is happening for long-term solutions and more sustainable solutions. And add to that, you have to know that we're made of the right things. And I mean we, as all of us collectively, on the company side, yourself, and whoever is involved and engaged. As just Brother Red here said, how engaged you are. I am actually pleased myself to see how people are paying attention and engaged. For example, that survey about the product prioritization, I'm very pleased to see, wow, they really know, they are pretty much well aware of what's happening. So collectively, okay, we're made of gold. Okay, we're made of the right things. We are made of good characters. And I want to say something. Tough times are good, are healthy, because they don't just, you know, reveal who you are, but also they teach you to have higher and bigger stamina and more endorsement and more in endorsing to uh, and enduring more challenges. Okay, so we have to go through that through that training and that exercise. So all in all, we are not giving up, and we will never give up. And I'm going to go back to the very basics. My name is Ash Mufareh, and I was born to do something good for humanity. I was born to make a good difference. I was born to make a good change. I guarantee that. I know it is going to happen at any cost, at any time, no matter how long it takes, no matter what it takes, what's the sacrifice. This is the end result. So don't pay attention to the way. It could be slippery, it could be muddy sometimes. Okay. But we need to focus on the direction, the intention, the character, and where we're going. That's what matters the most. Uh, so I need to give you an update. We miss O Connect for sure. I can tell you that our team is doing everything in their ability to bring this back uh, as quickly as possible without further delay. It it is taking time, no problem, but it will be solved. Okay, um, it's just a matter of time. So rest assured, we are gonna work out a resolution to this. On the other hand, I need to go back to that topic of prioritizing things. And brother Chris mentioned this. Uh, you know, you're not seeing what's happening on the surface to the public by design, because we've learned we don't want to beat ourselves with our words. Okay, so we have to be pre- prepared when we announce something. It is critical that it is perfectly aligned with what's available. Okay, in reality. So for transparency, for integrity, for accuracy, we cannot say exactly what's happening in detail. Some might be frightening, okay, and not pleasant. But who said the journey of of making something that is the life changing, like ONPASSIVE, will be just a walk in the park or be a slam dunk done deal without any sacrifice or without any pain? That is necessary. That is the sign of success, and we are not in any way uh, going away or life threatening thing. It's just some hiccups, some boundaries, some uh, obstacles on the way, but we will get through this. Okay. Now, behind this jam, there are other good things bubbling. Okay, so it is realistic for you to expect that eruption, okay, to happen. Just once we burst out, oh, so this has been, kind of like stuck behind that wall, whatever it is, and then all of a sudden it will just explode in a good way. So this is realistic to think that way. And I want to thank you for your participation and quickly and so rightfully, so intelligently in that survey about what products you believe they would make more impact. We should put first, second, third, all of that, and that's the reason why we're kind of like, I would say, rearranging, okay, the structure and the direction to be as effective as possible. So that's what I wanted to say today. To put this in short, if you missed anything I said, and I want to just say something right now, yes, company went through some challenges, some obstacles, not the easiest task to accomplish, but we are up to the challenge and we are working really as hard as possible to get through this. At the same time, whatever we're working on, we know for sure is going to please you. But unfortunately, we cannot say that. So, out of respect, if you're thinking or speculating, oh, there's something is not right here, okay, or something is happening, I'm so honest with you. I'm talking to you as a brother, okay, from my heart, okay. You're right. Things are not, as they should be, or and and a big portion of it we cannot say what it is. But in the meantime, we are this is all I have for my life, okay. I pledge, I can guarantee you from my side, you're going to be pleased about the outcome, regardless of how and which and this and that. Don't be buried by the details, all right. Focus on, we're going to take you to a better place than you are, okay, where you are now, and whatever you think it is. So rest assured, we're just about to experience the good of our journey. The last thing I want to say, uh, get off track now, or of this energy. I'm going to bring up something more promising and I'll show you the light, but also without the specific, for the same reason, without a name at least, but I'm going to give you something. One big thing about uh, technology as of now, okay, the evolution and transformation of artificial intelligence, which is touching so many aspects and sectors of our life. What brought me to where we are now in technology is my passion for marketing and for technology. For many years, for decades, I've been on this path of learning and engaged, involved in technologies, systems, uh, and perhaps, marketing. Uh, One of the things that we often talk about is, what is AI and where is it going to take us? Okay. And who's going to get there first and who's going to be that, first winner and all of that. I packaged it in a different way previously, that everyone's AI is a little different than others. Your artificial intelligence perspective or goal could be different from the other company, and in the industrial, sector, or in the agriculture, or in the uh, say digital arena. So everybody's AI is different. Is it hardware? Are we talking about the robotic? Are we talking about the monetization of the data? Are we talking about education? What? Okay, in which way? The the bad news is not going to be just one, or one is going to dominate and one is just going to win and crush it. Okay. The good news, everybody can get to where they want to go without damaging and hindering the other's objective. But there's one thing, if you nail it, you definitely can own so much and you can really be ahead of the game, which is uh, being involved in marketing for many, 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 many years now. Um, it was quite a big evolution from the printed publications, to the mainstream media, to the billboard, to the handing cards or the stationery stuff, to the um, start of the dot-com boom when I was pumping millions, tens of millions of emails daily. I will tell you, uh, at some point, I had marketing campaigns, email marketing campaigns, where it was just like booming in the beginning, and I had the ability to send out daily, every 24 hours. I set my servers, my system to send out 80 million emails to data, day in, day out. Just set it up. Okay. It requires some work, some intelligence. I was able to do that myself. Okay. Obviously, I had intelligent people doing that for me. I just paid the bill. So what this allowed me to do to crush it, whatever I wanted to sell, you give me that link, I put it in the blast, you make money nonstop. It's magical. At that time was a company called Groupon, still there. Okay, by the way, Groupon, which is they have data for the buyers and people go to get discounts in America and all, like coupon, but they make Groupon. Okay, so you get the point. So they have massive data, and they sent at some point I was sending out emails daily more than Groupon. Put that on the record. So to give you the ability, then things were kind of like winding down and became more problematic. And then the uh, can spam and spam agencies became more strict and prevented more email to get through to the recipients. ESPs, email service providers, they got more strict. uh, and ISPs, internet service providers, got more strict, more filtering, more all that. So it got harder, 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 harder. But we always found a way to up our game so we can get through, and did that. Now we're in 2024. It's not the same as 2004 or 2014, just 10 years ago. Completely different. So what we did back then, which is incredible, I can tell you, is it's almost dead. I cannot say 100% dead. You're not going to get okay, but it's definitely not the same. So that era is over. You got to change that. And then we got other methods. So, I think Mr. DeGarmo can go over through of them, because we come across, some common methods that we've used. Okay, then capture page and lead list collection, and banners and exchange or traffic exchange. There's some, almost all of these methods and modalities are dead fatally. Okay, and they no longer work. They're not effective. So you could put your money and time, and you're not going to get results. When I started on passive uh, a, a few years ago, uh, we were in arrangement to have a couple of sources to basically give us by the click, to give us leads and contacts, and so we are per se delivering traffic either by subscription or as on demand. And one of the proposals to acquire one of the companies that I was a big you know partner in a way, and player in their journey. for about 20 years or so. It's a long time, by the way. And they are still there, and that, but the effectiveness is not the same. Effectiveness and the scalability is not the same. Because of this, and thankfully to that gap in time between then, a few years ago, and now, made me rethink the source of leads and traffic. That, of course, that's a game changer. Because no matter what you do, you need audience, you need followers, you need traffic. That's the lifeblood for your business. So it made me rethink and what would be the alternative after interacting and studying and learning more and more and more about artificial intelligence and machine learning and data science and the data, you know, war, I'm going to say right now, that is happening, or race, put it, you know, more mildly. It led us to reach, what if we apply artificial intelligence to generate massive amount of traffic in real time, but more accurate in a compliance or legal way? And you heard the saying, if there's a will, there's a way. Or if you think it's a done deal, especially if you're willing to work. What I can tell you, what I can tell you, marketing at its best is done for us. That is going to be our game, like nobody else would have the ability for marketing because of the breakthrough that I'm talking about. Okay? I'm not going to be able to tell you the name, but in bulk, the race on AI track is going so many different directions. But to have that disruptive solution to what is the new modern marketing or traffic generating methods that we have right now. Technically, we're just talking about the same thing. You're going to buy, okay, or put your card with Google and good luck, or one of the search engines, okay? They're going to suck your blood, all right? They will take your eyes out and you bankrupt, and you might have a couple of buyers, whatever you sell, all right? So many things, you have to rethink them. You have to generate unlimited amount of traffic or leads at a reasonable cost, yet more accurate, relevant, and something that is, responsive, uh, which is quite the opposite of social media. uh, you shop for shoes and they're just going to send you ads about, surgery to your foot. Okay, it's irrelevant. So, but but uh, speaking of toes, did you talk to Susie McRae today?
Yeah, we had a blast with her too. Elbows, you mean, not toes, elbows.
Well, there's something about toes. Just check with her. Okay. So
Okay.
here's the thing. Well, one time we were in a live webinar, okay, and she was just like, I said, "Are you okay? Are you busy?" No, no. She said, "I'm just playing with my
Picking
toes."
picking
Remember?
my toes. Yeah, she showed her feet today.
She put it up. Okay, so yeah, there's something
Absolutely.
about her toes. So don't judge me for when I mention toes. I remember Susie McRae. Okay, but uh, to wrap this up, okay, to wrap this up, to dominate the marketing, you take our journey to the next level. This is something I can tell you. What you're about to witness with us is not just a game changer, it's a life changer. Okay, it's a life changer. Anything you do, you need somebody to buy from you or to follow you. All right, you need audience, somebody to listen to you. Okay, so we got this. It is incredibly impressive, genius. uh, this is something not even on the radar of so many big players. And I didn't open that until I already know the solution, and we already got uh, that under control. So to be clear, our marketing and traffic game completely changed. So not only it will be unique and different, no, it would be unseen, never seen before, okay? And it's just unique to us, like no competition, no other company, no other vendor, no other provider would even have a clue what we're doing. And I hope that will give you the impression is like with every hardship there is a good outcome. That's all I wanted to say. If you want me to say anything else, I'll be happy because I have another meeting coming up shortly, and I hope I hope that I was helpful in any way.
Always helpful, Ash, when we see you. That's for sure. To give us the
That
updates
was
that you do.
fantastic.
Yeah, and
Fantastic.
He got, he got all that out of Susie's toes. I couldn't figure it out.
I know, right? One thing's for sure. I think you know by now that the amount of people who have your back, as far as the
Thank
founders,
you.
the real founders. I mean, that showed hands down over the last 24 hours out of people that are plugged in, that are engaged, who stepped up to the mark to put in the um, ideas for what they thought for the products and in what order. It really does show that people are with you, with the company, and we are determined as you are to see this through to the end. We're not going to waver. We're not going anywhere, and we're with you all the way, brother.
I think about that quite often, to be honest with you. I think when I think of that, I say if I'm not gonna reveal what's happening, there is a potential of losing the attention and the engagement of our audience. Okay, I think about that, and it strikes me every time I think about no, they're not going. They're really loyal and committed, and then I start to think even further. What is the reason behind that? And let me say it. What I think. It doesn't have to be exactly, but you might have an opinion on it. Um, one reason is people are more intelligent, far more intelligent than you think. So if you think you'll be able to fool them or tell them something and something else, no, they sense, they have that gut, okay, feeling of there is absolutely something. Maybe it's not happening, I'm not seeing it, but I know for a fact this man, this company are really doing something or working on something that will impact my life positively. That's one thing. The other thing is I know for a fact, and this is an opinion, but for a fact that others or a big portion of us they tried to venture and to have a solution. Because I would consider like if it's not happening for me or I really want something but it's not to the pace or speed I wish, okay, I will be open for alternatives or backup plan. I'm saying it quite, you know, uh, uh, honestly. The fact that people are here, it doesn't mean they didn't try or they didn't venture or at least speculate and research around. Okay. However, they try and nothing is clicking, nothing is making sense, nothing is given the results that we hope. So we go back. At least we have that integrity that we know is probably more challenges that we wish or longer, whatever it is. Okay, the turbulence that is taken in consideration, but at least we know we're in good hands. We're not paying money, we're not sacrificing, we're not misled. Okay, at least that is the aspect. So they go, they look around, they find nothing, and they come back. So, which is good. So, what it does to me, ultimately, it gives me even a higher drive, stronger determination that people really need this. Okay. There is nothing even close or remotely close to what we're doing here. And that's a good reason to no matter what the price or the cost or the the journey will take, we are gonna do it, and we are doing it whatever it takes at any cost.
Fantastic, brother. Fantastic.
Of course. Well, thank you so much. We will be in touch. Obviously, the places where I like to hang around, and I'm thankful to your response. I'm thankful to your dedication, your engagement. I'm thankful to your patience. Okay, and of course your faith, your belief. And I'm gonna conclude it with the same thing we started with. Uh, the challenges don't make our character. They reveal who we are. We are made of gold. We're solid. We're up to the challenge. We're gonna get through this.
Ash, thank you so much, brother.
Of
Thank you so
course,
much.
that's what I do.
And this is what you do. Yeah, definitely.
What he does.
I'll
God
see
bless.
you.
Take care.
I'll see you.
See you
Bye-bye.
Bye
later.
now.
Cheers.
No
Well,
astrophobia this week, huh?
well,
No
at least for a few hours.
I really liked what he said at the end there. That was some pretty powerful stuff.
Well, the other thing, when he talks about traffic like that, that's the heartbeat of anything. And if he's got what he's saying, that's amazing to me. I was blown away with the 80 million emails a day to begin with, but I remember back in the early 1990s, they didn't have spam. You could just slam it. A lot of people tell you, I did this in 90, I did this in 2000. Things are changing every day, man. What worked a year ago just doesn't work now, you know. So no, I'm pumped up. I'm been here 5.5 years. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't got nowhere to go. That's what it is.
I ain't
People
got
look for
no.
plan B. There's no plan B, guys. Like, just let it go.
No.
Nobody looked at stuff any more than I did. And there's nothing there. That's why I'm here. There is nothing even to compare to. Nothing. All the
I'll
ones
tell you
we
what.
got in the last couple of years, where are they at? Name one that's still going. You can't. Nothing.
I'll tell you what Plan B is, Marty. To make Plan A work.
That's right. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to plan C, which makes both of them work. So
Yeah.
write down the alphabet. Anyway, that's all I have. If you guys don't have anything, I'm going to close this up because we can't make it better than it was.
Remind him one more time, Red, not to send you any more emails because
No.
we've got a few more people now.
I do want to yell out, thank you so much. It was
Yeah.
overwhelming. We didn't even really plan that way ahead of time. If we need something else, it'll be a little different. Julie Wynn set a beautiful
Excel sheet
that we could use, but we were already off to the races.
Yeah.
Red, because he loves me so much, was slamming me with emails, and he's still getting slammed, which is poetic justice. But no, thank you, everybody. No doubt. And I'll tell you what, there was a trend. There was a trend with everyone. So thank you very much. I mean that. And yep, but we're a strong group of people. That's fantastic. Thank you, everybody. See you